This is a quick lesson about boat projects and potentially biting off more than you can chew. So, a few years ago now, 5 or something, I bought this boat, and at the time I could have probably actually put it in the sea. Sea tried it at least, tried it quite quickly, but no. I thought, this looks cool, and thought I'd do something with it. Well, the trouble is, I often get carried away with projects, and I realised that the transom was soft, so it came off, and I ended up having to rebuild a whole new transom. The thing is, I wanted to put a reasonably powerful engine on it, so I went mental. And the trouble with putting the transom in it was that to do that, you had to rip the interior out. So I ended up cutting out the floor. It was at that point I realised that the fuel tank in it was really, well, dunno, held 70 litres or something. It just wouldn't be enough. So I had a custom one made. A 300 litre stainless tank. I think it's stainless, I can't even remember. Might be aluminium. Anyway, it goes all the way through to the front. Well, halfway under the floor. Holds 300 litres. Wonderful. So the transom went back in. As you can see, runs obviously right across the boat. That is not going to break. It's never going to break. I should imagine if this thing somehow went through a crusher, the only thing that would be left of it would be the transom. But hey, so then we had to do the floor, and I thought, well, there's a lot of space under the floor, so I figured turn them all into storage compartments. And again, that's what I ended up doing. There's 5 separate ones, divided as well. My phone probably flipped upside down then, but and I thought, well, yeah, there we go. With seat reinforcement where the seats bolt into the floor, so it kept going. And time passed, a bit like this noisy helicopter. And I thought I'd make a start on the dash. I thought, yay, a perfect project, another one to get my hands into. And I chopped it all up, and now I've got a half-built dash. Trouble is, the last half is probably going to take 4 times as long to finish, and well, the old dash would have worked. Another lesson. Well, along came with the project was a cuddy at the front. That's why I bought the boat actually. Looks a bit small, but you could fairly comfortably get 2 in there. It's bigger than it looks, but not that big. So I'm now left with a boat with an amazing transom, and everything else is in pieces, and it's taken me 5 years, and I can't, yeah, great, at the time I had time and no money, and now I just have no time and only a tiny little bit more money. So sometimes, maybe when you're retired, perhaps, it might be a good idea to take on a project like this, but probably not if you can avoid it. I'm just making a video for my own amusement, really, to remind myself just how much I still have to do, which is the whole interior, finishing it off, the side panels, the electronics, the steering. I've even been robbing bits off the engine over the last couple of years, so now I need to put that back in a working state. I should have just saved all my money and bought something better. But on the upside, if I ever do get this in the water, oh yeah, I went overkill with the bilge pump as well and got a massive one. But yeah, another thing. And I've still got these stainless steel hinges which are going to go from, well, for all the floor hatches, and it goes on and on. Yeah, that was right. I'm remembering more. I rejiggled the back so that it could have a single bench seat. Offset the engine so that it would still tilt up into its new engine well. I even went and fitted hydraulic trim tabs. See what I mean? This is quite nice actually. I almost impress myself when I look at this. Almost, but not quite. That was hand rollered and then sanded back and polished, and that worked all out alright, that did. But so much more to do. It would probably be quite cool, but I've already grown out of it, so isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Don't take on projects that are so big that you never finish them. This is a demotivational video brought to you by myself. Yeah, enjoy.